Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to math. Today, we're not really going to cover a concept. Since we're almost getting at the end of the year, we're almost getting into those finals. Okay? So, starting next class, we're going to start the finals. Today's video is just a little bit of what we're going to cover. All right? I'm not going to do any actual math. I'm just going to tell you what we're going to cover, the way the final works. Some of you are probably new to this class. All right. The way it works is for the final, you're going to have 2 days. Okay? Today is Monday. You can have Wednesday and Friday, okay, for the final. The way the final works is you have 5 different concepts that we covered throughout the year, okay? On Wednesday, I'm going to give you 3. On Friday, I'm going to give you 2, okay? For the final, it is very important you do it because it is a third, well, not a third, it's like 30% of your final semester grade, okay? So it's very, very important you're here for the final. If you're here the first day, but not the second day, remember, each part is 20 points. If you do all 3 parts, you only get a 60 as your highest grade because you didn't do Friday. If you're not here Wednesday, but you're here Friday, you only get 40 points for that Friday, okay? Worst case scenario, you can turn in all 5 parts of the final. But since part of it was already late from the previous class, on Friday, if you turn it in from Wednesday, for the one for Wednesday, that means that the highest grade you can get is a 70, okay, for your whole final. So like I said, it's very, very important you turn them in, plus you turn them in on time, okay? Now, again, you're gonna see this final on Wednesday and then on Friday, okay? Today's video is so you can see what we're gonna cover, so you have all the notes ready for those concepts we're gonna cover. Also, if you're missing any notes, this is the time to ask, guys. Or if you didn't understand anything, go back on your notes. Once you're done watching the video, see if you can still, or if you remember how to do it. If you don't remember how to do it, go back to the video. If you need more help, send me an email. Say, Mr. Vera, I still don't understand this, or I forgot how to do this, and I watched the video and I didn't understand it. Then go ahead and send me a video, okay? Or send me an email. For the ones that are new to this class, make sure the titles I'm going to put up here on the board are similar to the description of the videos. Okay? All right, so let's get started. What are we going to cover for the final? All right, guys, the first part of your final is linear equations, okay? Meaning, okay? Meaning, we did this in a few concepts, okay? We're going to put it all together. You're going to have to find the slope, okay? Find the slope. Then, once you find the slope, make an equation, a y-intercept equation, or a point slope equation. Okay, either one. Because if you guys remember on those very first videos, I showed you how to do one with y-intercept and then one with point slope. Okay, so you have to find the slope. I'm going to give you obviously points. You have to find the slope, turn it into one of the 2 equations, and then you also have to graph it. Okay. If you still don't know how to graph, send me an email. Say, Mr. Vera, I still don't know how to graph. How do we graph? I'll show you a little more how to graph. There's also a video in the first 6 weeks that shows you how to do graphing. Okay. Another thing you're going to cover, that's the first thing you're going to cover. Another thing you're going to cover on the final is solving equations, okay? Which means you're going to be able to use 2 different ways, okay? You can either go with substitution or elimination, okay? You have to solve for x and y. So substitution or elimination. All right, there's E here, or an I. Elimination. The final thing we're gonna cover, okay, on the first day, you have linear equations, you have solve equations, okay, by substitution or elimination. The third thing we're gonna cover is we're gonna do matrix operations, okay? All we have to do is add two matrices, subtract them. If it says subtract, it says add, okay? You might see one or two that are scalar matrices, a scalar matrices. So matrices is your third one. So matrices, okay? On your second day, okay, that's only your first day. So we have your three main concepts. You have linear equations, solving equations, and matrices, okay? If you need a little help, I will say this. This first part is first 6 weeks, okay? It's around concept 8, 9, I believe also 10. It's a little mixture of all three. Solving equations is concept on the second 6 weeks, okay? It's concept 5, okay? Solving equations. 5 was substitution, 6 I believe was elimination, or 5B was elimination, depending on there, whatever, some I might have B or 6, okay? So keep in mind, those two videos that are next to each other is your substitution and elimination. And then for matrices, you saw it towards the end of the second 6 weeks, okay? All right, your second day for this class is we covered about in these 6 weeks, okay? We did things with quadratics. That's what we're gonna cover, okay? On the second day, it's nothing but quadratics. The first part is you're gonna solve them, okay? The quadratics by either factoring or completing the square, okay? Complete the square or factor your quadratics for the second part of this day. Since I know it's Friday, that's why I try to do everything the same for that Friday. Nothing but quadratics, okay? So you do factoring or complete the square. And then for the second part of the final, for the second day, is you're gonna use the quadratic formula. Okay? So that's your second one. So a total of 5. We have linear equations, solve equations for substitution elimination, matrices, adding and subtracting, a little bit of multiplication maybe, just the basic ones. Complete the square or factor, depending on which one you like better. I'm not gonna say do one or the other. It's up to you how you want to do them. And then for the last one is quadratic formula. Okay. Again, make sure you have all the notes for all these concepts. If you don't, make sure you go out back, watch the videos. Okay, this is just in the last 6 weeks. Watch the videos. If you need more notes, if you need a little more understanding of them, send me an email. Okay. All right. So this is your attendance questions for your sake. Okay. This is how you're gonna get graded for today. On this video, okay, all you have to tell me for today is on the email 2 to 3 sentences of what you understood about the final. Okay, it can be how many days it's going to be on, what days, what you're going to cover. Okay, it can be any of these things. 2 to 3 sentences about the video. What was the video about? Should I say? Okay, all right. So make sure you send me your answers as soon as you're done watching the video, and I'll be waiting for your email.